Hi everyone, this is Lada from Astrolada.com with your weekly horoscope from the 3rd of July till the 9th of July. I'm using any available time to record, even if it's in the car before the baby wakes up, so please bear with me even if there's some background noise. And this week is interesting because the energies are shifting again. We had too much Cancer in the last few weeks or 10 days. Now the energies will start shifting more into more uplifting and more lighter and more fun signs. We'll speak about that. We also have a full moon in Capricorn. We're going to speak how the full moon will manifest something material, tangible, materialize into your life, because full moons are about receiving something from the universe, receiving the results of your actions and illuminating something. So yes, but before we start, I just want to remind you that at the end of this week, not at the end, sorry, on Thursday, there is a webinar with me and Nicola Stojanovic, which is on what to do with difficult aspects and positions in your horoscope and remedies for those. For example, if you happen to have Saturn in the 11th house of friendships and you always have mean friends or quite lonely, one way to remedy that would be instead to choose to have all the friends. So you manifest the higher vibration of Saturn rather than the lower, not the meanness but the higher, older friends. Or if you have Venus with transit Uranus to Venus, this is usually an indication that you can get divorced or separated, or there will be big ups and downs in your relationships. And if you want to avoid that, you can use another manifestation of Venus, which is like change your appearance, because Uranus is about changes, about sudden changes. So instead of those affecting your relationship, one of manifestation of Venus, you take the initiative and change your appearance during that year when you're having Uranus transit Venus. Cut your hair short, throw out your wardrobe, and this will save very likely your relationship much rather than, because the energy is redirected to other channels. So Nicola will be giving you such life hacks, nothing about go meditate and visualize. It will be more practical approaches on how to change and how to avoid difficult configurations in your horoscope. And also we're making a huge sale for the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all Americans. This is my new country now, so I'm embracing it fully. I love it. And we're doing a huge sales of my courses, guys. Go and check. I'll put links there. And it's active only till next Friday, till around the 6th or 7th of July. So take advantage of it. Now let's delve into the week. Okay, the week starts still under the influence of Mars opposition Pluto. Monday, it's already, because Mars opposition Pluto affects us a couple of days before and couple of days after the influence, after the proper opposition. And on Monday we're still feeling it, so there still might be some kind of power struggles that we're having with others, or confronting some inner demons within ourselves, or having to do something, because Mars is the planet of action, doing something under pressure. Pluto is pressure, under being forced by some outer circumstances, or we might be still power struggle with another, because Mars is anger, Pluto intensifies whatever it aspects. So people with more power might be pushing our buttons, but also we're likely to have more willpower ourselves and to do feats of productivity and feats of being able to physically push ourselves more, because Pluto again intensifies Mars. So in order to deflect the more power struggle, confronting inner or outer blocking influences and fighting and being frustrated, you can redirect it into doing something more physical that requires more of your putting more of your personal will into it. Or for example, cleaning, because Pluto is cleansing, is flushing everything unnecessary, and Mars is physical action. Clean your flat on Sunday, on Monday, clean around you the space somehow, just detox a little bit. This can help redirect the more negative energy. Okay, and then we continue on the 5th of July. That would be, Wednesday. Venus will enter Gemini till the end of July. So we have almost the whole of July. Venus moves from Taurus to Gemini. And what does it mean? Venus is the planet of relationships. Venus is the planet of connecting with others on a personal level, socializing as well. And Gemini is a very light social sign. So it means that relationships and attitudes to socializing and bonding with others become more lighter, like Gemini. They become breezier, they become more adventurous. People start looking more for stimulation. If you want to have better relationship with your partner, now tap into the energy of Venus in Gemini and go and do something adventurous together. Go on a short 1 or 2 day trip. Gemini rules short trips. Go explore some new place, so do some hobby together, something that it's walking, because Gemini rules walking, trekking, you know, movement. So do something like that with your partner to get bonded, you know. And people start looking in relationships, whether personal or kind of the social relationship, they start looking for more mental stimulation, to get mentally excited, to have more fun also with a partner. It's getting a bit dark here, sorry, but that's what happens when you live in Washington. It's full of trees. So people will start looking till the end of July for more fun, for more lightness, for more breeze, for more adventure with partners, you know. And people start, because Gemini is the sign of talking, speaking, communicating. People start talking about their feelings more. Maybe they will not feel them so deeply. They're more light and it lightens up relationship, but they start talking about them. They can express their feelings verbally or in letter, or maybe you might feel like chatting sexy pictures to your boyfriend, or, you know, expressing that to your friends, I love you, I miss you, you know, communicating your feelings. Venus in Gemini. And if you meet someone new during this time, well, Venus is in Gemini till the end of the month, it can indicate a relationship that is based more on mutual interest, because Gemini rules interest, people that a relationship that will stimulate you mentally, that will be quite interesting and diverse, and people that you meet will be more kind of lighter, youthful, with fresher ideas. But it might not be the most stable of relationship, because Venus in Gemini looks always for new alternatives. It's curious in it's a mutable sign which is changeable. So this relationship can have changeable outcome, whether it's personal or business or social relationship. It can come in flows. It can come and go somehow, but at the same time, it's going to be quite stimulating. You can learn a lot of new things. You can connect with someone on a more friendly basis, because Gemini is a sign of associations, of friends as well, and not necessarily just based on passion if you start new relationships now, but more on friendships and mutual interests. And having said that as well, it means that in your relationships, if you are missing some kind of mutual stimulation together, say you might be very passionate sexually towards each other, but you might not have common goal, common interests, you might not have common hobbies together. Now, while Venus is in Gemini, it can be a great time to discover such things together. Also, anyone who is Gemini, Sun, Moon or Ascendant will benefit a lot from Venus in Gemini till the end of the month. Venus can bring you more money, can bring you more pleasures of sensual nature, can give you, can connect you with something you consider valuable. Maybe you can buy something that you wanted for a long time and didn't have the opportunity. And if you're Gemini, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, or even if you have Venus in Gemini, now is the time till the end of the month to buy good things. You'll be happy with them, because Venus, the planet of beauty, is gracing you in her sign. So the choice that you make, you'll be quite happy with those choices. It's also a good time to buy things that are connected to Gemini, because Venus is acquiring stuff. It's acquiring good stuff. So buying books, Gemini's books, buying lectures, buying, and you'd be satisfied, because Venus is the planet of satisfaction, experience joy, studying something, learning something new, some new skill, maybe taking a course, astrological course. That's why one of the reasons we're also doing the, you know, the sale. And you would enjoy learning new stuff, new hobbies, so experiencing a new hobby with a partner, buying books or anything to do, or short trips. You'd really, people enjoy much more short trips. Say you go to the mountains for 2 days, or you go to another town, like we're going to Seattle now to have fun, yay, for a couple of days, short trips, or a week the most, you know. So if you're traveling somewhere, you would enjoy it more. Or people that in any kind of business or careers that are connected to Gemini will have an easier, better time, can benefit more, because Venus is a benefic. So what are Gemini careers? Journalism, marketing, advertising, social media, connecting others in some sort. If you work in telecommunication company, if you work in internet company of some sort, if you're working in a small group with people, like brainstorming and having to cooperate for some project to get a small group, I'm talking 4 or 5 people the most, then Gemini rules small groups. So Venus will help till the end of July, will help grace you with more understanding, harmonious energy within that small group and environment, you know, or maybe even doing something with friends. Gemini rules acquaintances, friends, siblings, relatives, neighbors, you know, people from your everyday environment, teammates, playmates, fun mates, and Venus can give you more pleasures from experiences with such people. But especially if you're a Gemini yourself, you can benefit also through love, through some love experience, for example, through pleasurable, through a nice date, for example, improving your physical appearance. Venus can do that. A nice date to go on, improving the level of intimacy with your partner, gaining something material, which is Venus also rules money and material things, you know. Okay, so that's, and also not only Geminis will benefit, but also the other air sign, Libra and Aquarius. If you have Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in those, you'd also feel uplifted with the joyful, pleasant energy of Venus in Gemini. Okay, and on the same day that Venus enters Gemini, we have Mercury square Uranus, sorry, and who will feel that more will be Cancers, because Mercury is in Cancer, will be Aries, because Uranus is in Aries, will be Libra, because the cardinal signs are affected by the square, Capricorn, and also the Mercury ruled sign, Virgo and Gemini will feel that. Well, you have to be careful on that day, guys, because it gets exciting. The social atmosphere lightens up because of Venus in Gemini. We become more adventurous in relationships, but also there might be some, Mercury is our plans and Uranus is sudden changes. So there might be some sudden changes that happen in regards to your plans, whether it's your work plans, your plans for the day, whatever. You might be surprised, and so prepare yourself to have a plan B, plan C, or to be open and flexible, you know, to surprising events. And also what can happen is that there might be the need to adapt to new circumstances, rearrange schedules, surprising things, you know. And I'm reading from my 2017 calendar that I made. It's helping me, you know. Also, you can get like surprising and very electrifying news. Uranus is the planet of electricity, something out of the blue. It's a difficult aspect though, so it might shock you out, take you out of your comfort zone, for example, and ruin your plans or something. But be aware, you know, some news will come to you. That they might be more on the exciting level, on the surprising level than something negative, you know. And also there might be interruptions and disruptions, because Uranus rules all electric devices, all electricity, all interruptions that can happen to Mercury, to phones, to communications, to internet, to Skyping, to Facebooking, you know, social networking, and any devices for communication, and software. And any short travels might feel more disrupted, might feel a little bit more, there might be interruptions in those things. So just be prepared for that around the 4th, 5th, 6th, you know, those 3 days. And if you're trying to go live on YouTube, you might have static noise or something, you know, or electric crackling or technical problems, you know, of some sort. But also it gives excitable communications generally. You can connect with new excitable people that take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's square, the aspect, but it's, you know, it's a very short influence. And then on the 6th of July, Mercury enters Leo. So we see, you know, the energy starts lifting up. Venus enters a very joyful, fun sign, Gemini. Great time for friends to go out, to communicate, for pleasant sociable exchanges, for small parties, you know. This is Venus in Gemini. And Mercury goes in Leo, the sign of party, and Mercury is the organizer. So great time to organize parties. For people that work in party organization or party planners, you know, they can have a busy month because Mercury, and that's going to be till the end of the month, Mercury Leo, so they can have a busy month organizing parties. People that work in organizing holidays, Leo is having fun holidays. People that work in organizing, managing fun events of any sort, whether it's going to the theater, whether it's entertainment of some sort, amusement of some sort, holidays of some sort. This is Leo, and Mercury makes the month quite busy, quite productive and successful, quite efficient as well, because Mercury is a benefic planet. And generally Mercury rules our thinking, the collective thinking processes. And when it goes into Leo, it will make us from Cancer, which was much more emotional, till the 6th of July, we were communicating in a more emotional way, taking things more personally. Even I had friends that are usually very objective react to me a bit more sensitively and take things personally. And you know, I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Of course, Mercury is in Cancer, but Mercury moves into Leo, which is a much more logical sign, and which is a much more, Leo is more a sign that is connected to having fun. So the mental attitude will brighten up. The mental state, can you see me better here? The mental state will brighten up. We'll start feeling more positive. Our mind will be more focused, because Mercury is about thinking, just like Gemini. Our mind will be more focused on having fun, on our hobbies, on our loved ones, on playing like children. This is Leo. On allowing your light to shine, and anyone that is also in the entertainment industry can benefit by that Mercury. You can have a lot of new creative ideas. Mercury is thinking, Leo is creativity, creative ideas that you can implement as well. People that are in creative businesses of any sort of careers can also benefit a lot to organize and to get new ideas through Mercury in Leo. And of course, Leos, Sun, Moon or Ascendant people will feel much more stimulated mentally. Their mind will be faster, it will be clicking faster, they'll be coming with much newer ideas. There'll be lots of flow of information, like daily news that are coming to them all the time, daily not necessarily exciting, but maybe a lot more administrative work, a lot more work connected to speaking, writing, communicating. And for everyone else also who has a fire sign, Aries, and people with Sun, Moon or Ascendant in Aries or Sagittarius, Mercury will help them a lot, because Mercury is helping the fire signs from its position in Leo. Will help them a lot for planning, for organizing, for putting more order and efficiency in their life, for completing projects connected to writing, speaking, communicating, business administration, social media of some sort, and the flow of information speeds up, but in a positive way that helps you. More contacts, more information, people calling you more, talking more, you know. And so also, yeah. So what else is happening? Again, on the 6th of July, the Sun is trining Neptune, fantastic for who's benefiting from that. 6th of July, you can feel it the day before and the day after, so the 5th, 6th and 7th of July. It's active for, you know, for mostly for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the water signs, plus Leos, because the Sun rules Leo. And this stimulates the imagination. It will make you feel for a day or two more inspired, more imaginative, more in tune with others and your environment as well. It's great for creative things, whether you're working with music, with art, with dance of some sort, and also ideal for spiritual pursuits. There might be a sense of being guided, stronger faith for people as well, but at the same time we're softer in the heart as well, but on the same day also the Sun is square Jupiter, which means that we might be projecting things a bit, maybe we'll feel positive, but it might be a little bit seeing things from a bit unrealistic, or maybe in an exaggerated way. But it still makes the heart go generous. You might spend, for example, a bit more, because Jupiter is a very generous planet, at the same time, and also be careful, you know, try to relax a bit more, because the Sun can make you just take some big decisions which do not reflect reality or make big promises in some way. So try to ground yourself through Neptunian activity, because Neptune makes good aspect to the Sun, like some creativity, music, doing something more spiritual rather than just kind of things that are connected to business and to more, you know, material, tangible things, because there might be some exaggeration or misjudgment. So overall, Sun trine Neptune square Jupiter, you'll be in a good mood, you'd have confidence as well, and you'll flow well. It's just be careful from some unrealistic projections or expectations. And then I want to get to the not the eclipse, but the full moon in Capricorn. And remember, if you watched the video for July 2017 with me and Trifon Nikolov, he said that this full moon is very special because it's happening in conjunction with a very powerful star of wealth, and it's exactly on the same degree as that star. And that's very rare, which means it's fantastic day on that full moon, which is on the 9th, depending which part of the world you are, might be on the 9th, you know, around the 9th of July. It's fantastic time, guys, to start some business project or to start some activity which can bring you more wealth. And I know that the full moons are not always about starting things, but the energy is one of manifestation. So I would advise you can even start things that can bring more wealth, material wealth we're talking here, abundance, because this special star, Rukbat, if you take the class on fixed stars with me and Trifon Nikolov, you learn about all the important stars and where they're situated in the sky and what it means to have them in your birth chart. People that, you know, that have, say, the sun on Rukbat, they will be wealthy, you know. But that's, you know, it's very simple webinar. All you need to know is how to find your planets and their degrees, to see if you have any special fixed stars to make you wealthy or to make you special in some way, just like the stars is present in the horoscopes in the important points like the sun, moon of very wealthy people. But now it's manifesting for everyone. So take advantage of this energy, the full moon, for something business, for something to start, initiate something, you know, that's connected to abundance and wealth. And also it means that it can manifest this full moon over the next 2 weeks, because the full moon affects you for 2 weeks, guys. It can manifest some wealth in regards to the house that the full moon, some material abundance in regards to the house where this full moon is happening for you. Say if your Aries, the full moon is happening in your 10th house, material abundance through your career, through bosses, or through your vocation. Or starting maybe some projects, or maybe if you have started some project before, now it can start giving results and fruitioning in a wealthy way. So especially if you're Aries ascendant or Aries sun or moon to a lesser degree, if you're Taurus, it's in your 9th house, you can benefit and you can gain something materially, and you can see the results of something connected to higher education, to foreign travel, to working with people who are far away from you. 9th house rules that things to higher, to pre-qualifying in some sort. Maybe you took some course or you pre-qualified, and now it's gonna, you might benefit from it in some way, or you can see the results of that, you know. Or for changing of goals, of some goal that you had, you can feel like understanding and illumination how to proceed with that in order to be more wealthy and abundant in your life through that goal, because the 9th house rules those things. If you're Gemini, it's in your 8th house. You can manifest over the next 2 weeks with that full moon in Capricorn something in regards to that comes to you from banks, from other people, from a partner, materially. We're talking materially. Maybe whether it's going to be a tax return that's given back to you, whether it's some kind of a bank loan that you can finally get, or whether it's manifesting materially and start, or some project that you do with another person that brings you wealth, or maybe your partner gets brings you a present or something like that, you know, other people's resources. You can benefit materially with that star of wealth with the full moon in Capricorn. And if you are Cancer, it's happening in your 7th house. Well, you can benefit materially through some business partnership, through some partnering your efforts with another person to do a project together. Or if you've done it already, you can see the results of that. You can, the spotlight is put on your relationships. Relationships can appear that will increase your affluence, that will increase your wealth and abundance in your life. They might be personal, loved ones, or or business ones. Or your partner can be a source of some kind of abundance that's happening in their life. Okay, so the spotlight is on your relationships. If you are Leos, it's in your 6th house, some work project, some responsibility or duty, or that can generate more abundance in your life, more wealth can happen for you. Of course, not for all Leos, it's not going to happen for every sign, but you can manifest definitely at least a little bit of that if you have a Leo ascendant over the next 2 weeks, and to a lesser degree Sun or Moon. Or through some kind of a duty, responsibility as the 6th house, or something to do with health, with routines as well. You can benefit, or you can see the results of that. That can be quite beneficial as well. And then if you are Virgo, it's happening in your 5th house. You can benefit through creative projects in some way. You can see the results of creative projects. You can manifest in regards to lovers and dating and your love life. You can benefit through your love life in some way as well. You know, you can some kind of a creative projects can generate more wealth in your life, or idea, a creative idea that can become a source of more abundance. Or something can happen in the life of your children or child, a 5th house, which gives beneficial results and can influence the future of your child with more abundance later on. Okay, and then if you are Libra, it's happening in your 4th house. You can see results, and you can see manifestation of something material, receiving something material, tangible in regards to vehicles, in regards to property, in regards to home. You can gain a great object to put at home, for example, or buy, or you can sell your property and this makes it more, or list it. If you list it over the next 2 weeks, it will guarantee that you'll make more money out of it. Or if you buy a property over the next 2 weeks with the full moon in Capricorn on the star of wealth for you, well, you know what can happen. It can, or you can find a new property. You know, it can be one that generates more abundance for you in some way, or you can do something in the garden as well that manifests. Maybe your garden can blossom now and gives you good fruits, and you're happy with that. Or maybe something with your family happens that creates more abundance and a sense of well-being for you with this full moon. Or you see the results of some family project somehow, or something to do with vehicles, with properties, you know, with real estate. And that, especially if you're Libra ascendant, and to a lesser degree Sun or Moon. If you're Scorpio Sun, Moon, and mostly ascendant, then you can manifest and benefit through some kind of contacts with others, through social media, through communications with others, through some kind of collaboration in small groups with others as well. You can see the results. Maybe some 3rd house rules business and business administration, so you can benefit through some kind of activities like that, or through some kind of short travel, or through your siblings or neighbors, or teammates, co-mates, flatmates, mates of any sort. They can be beneficial associations with such people, and you can see the results of your actions connected with such people. Something important in a positive way can happen. Okay, if you are Sagittarius, it's happening in the 2nd house for you, the full moon in Capricorn. You can gain something materially. You can gain over the next 2 weeks an idea, or see the results of actions that you've made, which can make you more financially successful in the long run. Or you can initiate some financial transactions, no matter how small or big they are, that will be more beneficial for you financially because of the star of wealth. Or gain some assets, values that again are good, you know, that generate for you. If you're Capricorn, then it's happening for you guys. Capricorn, the full moon is happening in Capricorn, and it put the spotlight on you basically. Now you can shine for the next 2 weeks. Now you can see the results of your actions for the last 6 months, and judge how, and even get ideas for the next 6 months, how you continue after that. So pay attention to those. If you have to do something important, Capricorns, do it for the new moon, for the full moon in Capricorn in the next 2 weeks, because somehow with it can lead to more abundance and wealth in your life because of the star of wealth being with Capricorn, you know, with the full moon in Capricorn. Plus, it can generate more public how do I say, appeal to you. Your persona becomes more emotionally charged, but also appealing to the public. So if you have anything important to do to influence others, do it with this full moon in Capricorn. There will be the illumination of some important direction in your life as well. So yeah, you can be the ones that benefit the most, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Capricorn. Finding out some truth, realizing something important and manifesting in material way. If you're Aquarius, it's happening in our 12th house. That's more like 12th house is an intangible house, and full moon there, it can give us a realization of what we have to leave behind, a realization of what is no longer necessary. And when you leave that thing, because the full moon is on a star of wealth, it will make sure that even if you're cutting, it will be like cutting your losses. So it will generate more wealth for you. But it's connected with a bit more difficult theme of releasing something from your life, whether it's a partner or whatever, or business associate, or doesn't matter. It's about releasing, letting go of something, but it will allow for more abundance in your life. Okay, and if you are Pisces, it's happening in your 11th house, the house of gains anyway. So full moon in the 11th house, you can receive some recognition over the next 2 weeks. If you want to make some project visible to the public, for example, the 11th house is the public, and if you want this project to be embraced well, and say you're Gemini, you're Pisces ascendant, do it now, because the public will embrace it. And not only that, but it will give you more financial abundance in the future. Also, it's great for you if you're Pisces ascendant, to a less degree Sun or Moon, to work with big groups of people over the next 2 weeks, or something important will happen to work, to manage, or to some benefits will come to you by connecting to wider audience, the 11th house, by working with other people. 11th house is, a social environment, by doing things on social media, by doing things that are connected to 11th house. Is also social media, because it's the house of connecting everyone, and business projects, business networking, you can benefit a lot from that as well. Or you can benefit from some benefactor that likes you and that helps you in some way, and that can increase your abundance in life, because it's the full moon is with the star of abundance, remember, and wealth. Or some friend of yours or acquaintance can help you to fulfill some goal of your goal, and dreams is the 11th house as well, which leads, or some important acquaintanceships will happen that can give you leads that to fulfill your gainful goals for the future. Okay, that's it. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget the big sale. You can, the big sale of courses. Don't forget my course on Thursday with Nicola, what to do with bad aspects. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.